We're not hiring. You and I have some loose ends to tie up.
No, we don't. You must have received your last check.
I did.
All right. Just proves the old adage, a fool and his money. Now, get out.
Oh, no. Not before I give you the good news. You know that little detail that you were so concerned about? Natalie's one true love? Well, Jeremy's turned down that job offer you managed to cook up for him. Looks like he's going to be in Pine Valley for good.
I see. Yes, I think I would feel lucky, too. Well, thank you so much for your information. Yes. Oh, yes, I think that Judith is very special, too. I really do know I must go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, I really must go now. There's actually somebody at my door. Goodbye. A little impatient, Silver?
I've tried doing what you said, but it's not working.
Jeremy.
Yes, Jeremy and Natalie. She's all he ever thinks about. I give him space. I swallow my jealousy, but it's no good. I need help.
What you need is to drop Jeremy. Enjoy your meal.
Doug, what are you doing here?
Cool it. Small table will be fine.
Oh, right. Of course. Right this way. Your waiter should be right with you.
That's a nice place.
Thank you. What are you doing here?
Just checking on the Cindy problem. You did what you were supposed to do?
Yes.
No slip-ups?
I've done my part.
You wouldn't want to have a party without the guest of honor.
I told you she'll be there.
Is there a problem here?
Have you seen my bag? Here it is. You better get a move on. Oh, I'll make it there in plenty of time. I just have a couple more things I have to get.
Oh, you're working. I should have called for
No, come in.
This isn't a good time.
Ah, it's all right. I'm having a disagreement
With whom?
with my uninspired brain.
Ah, the creative block.
No, don't say it. All right, I know. It's funny. It's funny.
Well, it is, actually. It's not very often I see you at a loss.
That's true. Give me your coat.
Thanks.
What brings you here?
Actually, it was something that I've been thinking about for quite a while.
Oh?
The money from the Wildlife Association, I'd like you to share it with me.
I don't think so.
Why, Jeremy, it's as much yours as it is mine.
It's very generous of you, but Father made it very clear that I was not to have a penny of his fortune, and I would like to leave it at that.
But it would give you the freedom to work, go anywhere. You'd never have to worry about anything.
Oh, yeah, the way I've been working today, anywhere in the world would go.
Oh, I'm sure inspiration will strike again.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know, I'm still amazed that the Canadian Wildlife Association settled so quickly.
Oh, well, I'm not going to ask any questions.
I always thought they would shred dollars before giving it to any human beings.
But I think as much as they do like animals, they like solvency, and Jackson really rocked them with the idea of eternal lawsuits.
Who was handling it at the Canadian Wildlife Association? Mr. McDonald?
I really don't have any idea. Jackson handled all that. Why are you so curious?
It's just such a feat and seems to have been so effortless.
I think Jackson just made it look that way. He's really quite good, you know.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm just sorry there's no record of Father's videotaped will.
Well, it's done. It's settled. Timothy's future is secure, and that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
You know, also, the money will be there. Any time for you, should you need it.
Thank you.
Well, I am off to a happy occasion.
Oh?
Yes, there's a wedding shower for Cindy Parker.
Well.
I'll see you.
Take care.
No.
Silver, will you wake up? The man is a bad risk.
I won't let you say that. I won't listen.
Silver, I want you to be happy. Silver, I want you to know how wonderful it is to be totally loved by a man. That can never happen with Jeremy.
You're wrong.
Silver, listen to me. There are some men who are always after the unattainable, and by that I don't mean women. I mean ideas. They're after things in the ozone, things that can never be possessed. If you hang your hopes on a man like that, you will be miserable. You'll have half a life. You'll have half a love. You will be so unhappy.
But Jeremy can love. As passionately as anyone can.
Silver, I loved Jeremy once too, remember? And believe me, he can't love like that. I mean, he said he loved me. But the truth is, when I really needed him, he was not there.
He won't do that to me.
Silver, I engineered a prison break for this man. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he still left me there. Now, why do you think it's going to be any different with you?
Because we have a bond. We have a different bond, and it can't be broken.
Oh, Silver.
He saved me. He gave me a life when I didn't have one. He loves me. I know he does, and I love him. I want to be possessed by him. I want him to be a part of me.
My goodness.
I won't give him up. I won't. It's Natalie. She's the only obstacle. She always needs something from him, and you know how he loves that.
Ah, well, of course. She knows all his weak spots.
I can't even talk about her. I can't mention her name. He accuses me of being jealous. He even has Matt working for her now.
Matt?
Yeah, he's worried about that settlement for the wildlife thing.
Settlement?
Yeah. They're handing her a fortune.
Oh, no. Now there'll be no stopping her.
You're getting the picture.
Okay, we have to take this downtown.
What?
We have to pull out all the stops. We have to blow that woman out of the water. It's okay. I'll handle her. I have an old score I have to settle with that witch.
You must know, Palmer, that you don't stand a chance.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Ironic, though, isn't it? You arrange for Natalie to get that money. She takes it. Then she still has Jeremy.
Even if I were interested, Jeremy wouldn't figure into it one way or
really?
the other.
That's why you went to all the trouble of arranging that job offer, then, I presume.
Shouldn't you be looking for work?
Oh, and by the way, Palmer, I wouldn't bet on Jeremy and Silver staying together if that's what you're counting on.
Do I have to call the guards?
I mean, you've seen Jeremy and Natalie when they're in a room together. Why, there's so much electricity. They could light up Times Square on New Year's Eve.
They're old business.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd be more likely to categorize them as unfinished business.
Martha, have my car brought around immediately.
Oh, thanks, Mitch. Matt's not there.
Maybe he's on his way.
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
He wouldn't have flown off to Algorta, would he?
No, I'm sure he wouldn't do that.
I still can't believe you let Cliff take Bobby down there.
He gave me his word.
And you believed him?
He said that he would bring Bobby back, and that's the only thing I needed to hear.
Really like to move on this.
Well, I thought we had all this stuff ironed out already.
Well, we did, if you want a Mother Goose arrangement. We're shooting for the works.
I don't understand.
The woman danced on your grave, jumped into bed with a casual friend, showed little regard for your son. So you, Warner, are sitting pretty.
So what do you propose?
We go for her throat, of course.
Cliff doesn't want to hurt me. He's never been cruel.
Never.
All right, okay, so we have had our problems. But he's a very kind, very decent man. And he would never do anything to make a situation more unpleasant.
That's incredibly naive. Husbands will say whatever they have to say to get you off their backs. But when it comes to a divorce action, it's a different story. He'll turn on you. They all do.
How can you say that? You don't know Cliff.
I know men who get divorces.
Well, you don't know Cliff. I trust him with my life.
I'll carve Nina into little pieces. No way will she get close to Bobby.
No visitation?
She'd be lucky to get visiting rights on Christmas.
Divorces are adversarial.
Cliff is different.
It wouldn't matter if he were Gandhi. His attorney's not going to let him be Mr. Nice Guy. Face it, Nina. They'll go for blood.
You'll get Bobby, the house, everything.
You don't take any prisoners, do you?
You can't roll over and play dead.
People don't have to behave like this.
Believe me, I've been there.
Cliff won't.
You've got to change your mindset, Nina, or they'll rip you apart.
No, I do not. I do not. I will not.
You've got to be realistic.
Look, this is not a war, and I'm not going to go to battle with Cliff.
Now, wait a minute. Are you trying to litigate me out of having a son?
And maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. You'd win, Dr. Warner.
Now, put away your bazooka, please. All I want is a divorce.
But we've got her dead to rights.
No, the important thing is my son, and I don't want to upset him. And I don't want to damage his relationship with his mother.
Oh, you're throwing away a great opportunity.
For what? Hate and anger so Nina and I can stay at each other's throat? No thanks. Look, I want to live in this town for the rest of my life, and I want to share the responsibility of raising my son with his mother.
You sure about this?
Yes, I want peace. And I'm not going to be happy with anybody that gets in the way of my having it.
If that's what you want. I think you're making a big mistake.
No, I know I'm not.
I will reslant my presentation.
Thank you.
Dr. Warner, I'd be careful where you put all that compassion.
Hi.
Hi, Cecily.
I know you're very busy, and I know you just got back, but this just can't wait. What'd you get? I got great stuff at this little store.
Oh, there's a, wait till you see the centerpiece in here.
Oh, this is...
Oh, wait.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, anyway, you know what I do at this card store? I buy all kinds of birthday cards, you know, just so I'll have them around.
You know...
Somebody's birthday, right.
I do that, and the cards wind up in a drawer, and I have to go out all over again. You know, somebody's gonna have to wait for at least a month before they get a card from me.
I think I've got everything.
Okay.
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
Oh, what's that?
Well, this session with Mrs. Gray. I mean, I don't know, maybe I should cancel.
Do you feel okay?
Well, yeah, right now I feel fine, but, you know, I have a lot I want to do today. Stuart's coming back. I'm going to want to see him. I don't want to get tired.
Well, you know, you should be careful. Look, I'm sure Mrs. Gray can get along fine without a hairdo. You said her daughter was coming to visit. She can help her mother.
Yeah, maybe.
Why don't you give her a call?
I think I will. Oh. What I have for business, I didn't take her down her phone number.
Well, we can look it up or try the Glamorama.
No, I'm just going to go ahead and go. I don't want to disappoint her. She sounded really sweet on the phone.
Well, you know, you shouldn't get tired, though.
No, I'll be all right.
Sure?
Yeah. Besides, I'll just do a really quick job, and then I'll come back here and rest.
That's a great idea. Just come back and rest.
Well, thanks. I'll see you. Bye, Brooke.
All right, well, listen, take it easy. Bye.
Ooh.
Oh, boy, for a minute there, I thought it was going to be all over.
Me too. Okay, I'm going to start putting some of these things around. I hope this works out. I love surprises.
Oh,
It's going to be...
too. This is really going to be one unforgettable afternoon for Cindy.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at... Wait. Oh, this cute little...
It's going to go so nice with all
What was this I got? Oh.
I'm here to talk about something I normally wouldn't.
I have a little hard of hearing on this side.
Yes, I said your waiter will be over shortly, but I can take your drink order for you.
Oh, fine.
It's okay.
Good enough.
Here's your menu. What would you like from the bar?
Draft.
Okay.
What's a special today?
Now, you said you're going to be careful, right?
Of course.
And no one's going to get hurt.
No way.
Promise?
That's enough already. I promise it. I think you're forgetting why we're doing this.
No, I'm not.
It's Pine Valley's health we're worried about. Not some sickly misfit.
What happened?
Oh, you didn't seem to find anything you liked on the menu.
Win some and lose some, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you get over to Lacey's?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. I went there right before I came here.
And?
And I got something that's going to be terrific.
What did you get?
Hey, it's personal.
Oh, you mean...
It's lacy and pretty, and that's all you need to know.
Well, maybe I should go do some shopping like that myself.
For whom?
For whom do you think?
Tom, it's the lunch hour. There are lots of people here.
I can't help myself, baby. You're just the best.
Thank you.
You know, this is going to mean a lot to Cindy and Stuart.
Well, I really want to go.
It's more than just the shower.
I love Uncle Stuart. You know I want him to be happy.
You're accepting Cindy as the best present you could possibly give him. What time's the party, anyway?
Oh, very soon. I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Oh, yes, I think that's very important, too. Yeah, well, my goodness, without reservations, that's quite a recommendation. Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. You've really helped me a great deal. Goodbye. My goodness.
Good report?
Good. They loved Judith. They raved about her. I mean, according to them, Judith belongs in the Nanny Hall of Fame.
Oh, great.
8 years of bliss and paradise, etc.
Well, you've got your nanny problem solved then.
Yes. Okay, now on to the Natalie problem.
I don't know what we can do.
We can start making plans. That's what we can do. I'm not going to let that harpy sink her claws into Jeremy again, and I'm certainly not going to let her push you around.
I had thought Jeremy and I had such a future together.
Don't you worry, you still do. Oh, it's going to be a pleasure to see that horrible thing just go down in flames. As it is, I just want to slap her silly every time I run into her.
I'll get Bianca.
All right, well, I'll get the door. Oh, what a lovely surprise.
Well, I just wanted to come by and visit you and that very beautiful child of yours. How is everything?
Oh, just terrific.
Oh, good.
I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better baby.
And you?
I'm terrific, too. I'm so happy being a mother, and I'm so happy being married to Travis.
Well, you never have looked more wonderful, really. Really, you have.
Thank you. Please.
Isn't it amazing what babies will do to our lives?
Oh, absolutely. Come, sit down.
Thank you.
Well, I guess Nina's very excited about her baby
Oh,
coming.
yes, thrilled.
And you? Are you excited about being a grandfather again?
Delighted, of course.
I know that Nina has wanted a baby for a very long time. It's just wonderful.
Oh, Silver, hello.
Mr. Cortland, I think Bianca's hungry.
Oh, all right. Well, then, will you please excuse me, Palmer?
Oh, perfectly all right. Silver and I can chat. Right, you go right ahead.
Okay. See you later.
May I get you something, Mr. Cortland?
Didn't you agree that you'd call me Palmer?
At Erica's wedding, yes, I'm sorry. Would you like some coffee,
Oh,
Palmer?
yes, of course. Thank you. We'd love it. You must be enjoying your niece.
Oh, yes. I haven't had very much experience with babies, but I'm learning quickly.
Well, there's usually no other way. You know, I grew up chasing after a bunch of little cousins. Wasn't much bigger myself, but I did learn to put a diaper on them while they were still in motion.
Somehow I have a hard time picturing that.
Well, it was light years from Pine Valley. It was a hard life, really, in a way, but I don't know, it was kind of nice. All that family around. Well, it made you feel very good and connected.
I always thought it would be nice to have a large family.
You and Jeremy can start one very soon. You can have one just as big as you like. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something? Oh. I've been told that I'm a very good listener.
I was worried.
No need.
I didn't know where you were, what you were doing.
I'm a big boy.
I'm glad you're okay now. You hungry?
Nope.
Matt, I cannot go on like this.
Like what?
You're the one who taught me that you just can't beat around the bush. If you got something on your mind, you got to tell people. And then once you find something that's real, you have to hang on to it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Wish you had.
There had already been so much pain. I just didn't see the point of bringing it up again.
Didn't see the point.
Well, I don't see what the relevance is to what's happening now. I conceived a long time before I went down to South America. And it's your baby. That's what's important. That's all that matters.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Matt, it's your baby. You're the one I love. And this is the child. This is our child. This is your child that I'm gonna have.
Nina, what I've gone through in the last 24 hours is like someone reaching inside of my stomach, grabbing my guts, and turning them inside out.
I know, and I'm sorry.
And I've done a lot of thinking, Nina. I've come to the conclusion that if I'm gonna love one woman for the rest of my life, I sure as hell better believe in her. Hey, now wait a minute. Let's get something absolutely straight here. No matter what, when, where, how, from now on, we've got to give each other the whole story. You got that? About everything, about us, about what's inside of you, about everything.
Agreed.
Now, come on, don't eat any more of those. I swear, I'm gonna...
What, make me eat onions? Right.
Make you eat onions? Make you eat onions?
I don't know where I got that one from. I just got...
Oh, hi.
Anything yet, have I?
No, relax. Cindy is still at Mrs. Gray's doing her hair.
Oh, but she shouldn't be too long.
Oh, great.
Can I help?
Yes, wait a minute.
Yes, actually, you could fold these napkins. That would be good.
Everybody just heard her car.
She'll be coming in through the back door.
Okay, come on, hurry up. Why does this always feel so silly?
Oh, no lie. Well, where is she? me anyway?
What are you talking about? You know you did it.
Did what?
Well, you know, had that customer calling her like that. Very clever.
Angie, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mrs. Gray, the shut-in. I mean, didn't you have her call Cindy to go to her home and do her hair?
No, I didn't.
When we wanted to know why Jimmy Dean sausage was the #1 seller in the country, we went to the folks that made it #1. And we said, why do you buy Jimmy Dean?
I'm sorry I let all that out.
I'm sorry I said the wrong thing.
Oh, you had no idea.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to love someone.
Yes. Well, it certainly isn't easy, is it?
No, well,
Lately, Jeremy and I just don't seem to be connecting on anything.
and it may be a little thorny now, but I'm sure it'll work out.
I hope so. In the meantime, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't...
Oh, no. I wouldn't say a word.
Thank you.
Oh, no, thanks. You know, at the wedding, I said that I'd like to get to know you better.
Yes.
Well, let's do it. I mean, let me do something to help. Is there anything?
Well, I don't know what can be done. I feel as though I'm fighting a ghost sometimes. Bonds he made a long time ago.
Then you must keep Jeremy very much in the present.
Yeah, I'm running out of ways to do that.
Maybe it's just a matter of space. Maybe you need to put that between you two, right now, I mean.
I'd feel as though I were giving up if I left town.
Oh, no, I don't mean anything as dramatic as that. Just for a day or two, even an afternoon, just to get away from each other. I mean, after all, you and Jeremy are underfoot with each other very much at the gallery, aren't you?
It's true,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you come to Cortland Electronics tomorrow? You can be my guest for the afternoon. We'll have lunch in the executive dining room, and I'll show you around the operation. And I'll give you, a little break from Jeremy.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Well, it's a date then. I'll have the car sent around the gallery around noon. Is that all right?
Thank you, Mr. Cortland.
What?
I mean, Palmer.
Good. I'll see you tomorrow then. Oh, say goodbye to Erica, would you?
I will.
Is Palmer gone?
Just now.
Guess what? What? My attorney called. We're in the money. Cobbler's Island? Yes. They're sending the checks right over. Oh, I, for one, know exactly what I'm going to do with mine.
You didn't tell this Mrs. Gray to call Cindy?
No, I don't even know any Mrs. Gray. Did she say she was a customer?
I think Cindy just assumed she was.
You know what I bet you happened? I bet this Mrs. Gray, she called the shop and somebody got the message garbled. Or maybe Ethel gave her Cindy's name and then forgot all about her. That can happen when you got a busy day.
So you don't think that there's a problem?
I don't think so. And besides, there's a lot of my customers I'm not real familiar with.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be here any minute.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need to jump the gun.
Well, why don't we finish setting the table?
Good idea. I'll help.
Did anybody remember to bring a camera? Oh, I did, but I left it in the kitchen. Let me go get it.
You know what I brought? I brought one of those little books that you know, to write, so she can make note of this wonderful day.
Oh, listen, everybody, wait until you see the game we're playing.
Oh, are there real strippers involved?
Oh, I'm not saying.
Oh, Angie, give me a break. It's hard enough having a husband out of town.
Oh, I do sympathize.
I think Stuart would be very glad if you were here. And I really wanted to come. So you have changed your mind about them?
Whatever makes Uncle Stuart happy
Makes me happy.
I don't mean to be pushy about this. Well, actually, maybe I do. But you see, I firmly believe in going after what I want.
Well, that's a fine attribute.
You think so? Well, I did some organizing while you were out of town. I hope you don't mind, but your files were just a terrible mess. They just weren't there at all. So that's what I did. I set up a whole system.
You did?
Yes, I'm fascinated by efficiency, and with your new training program at all, it's imperative that everything runs smoothly.
Well, let's see. If I remember the alphabet right, yeah, this is pretty darn good.
Oh, terrific.
I didn't know you were a candy striper.
Oh, yes. I'm out to impress you. This job means a lot to me. So, how did it go in Algorta? I went to the library and tried to do some reading, but I couldn't find much on it at all. I thought it would help if I was better informed. So, what's it like, Algorta?
Oh, it's a nice place. It's beautiful. It's mountains and jungles and lots of problems.
Oh, yes. Tell me about it. It looks like people have to live on like $1.50 a year.
Yeah, that's the truth. Well, we'll do what we can to change that.
We, as in you and me, you and I, us.
You got the job.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Thank you. I love you.
The first thing you're going to have to do is go down to personnel.
On the first floor?
Yes, on the first floor. You tell them that you've been hired to start today as my coordinating assistant, and they'll give you the right forms.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Great. Okay. Hello, Mr. Cortland. Goodbye.
Stealing kisses in the Cliff room again.
What is it you want, Mr. Cortland?
Cliff, listen, I'm really very sorry the way things have worked out for you. I know that it's hard for you to believe, but I really think that you got a lousy deal. And on top of that, I kind of think that the deck was tampered with.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I know that you've always wanted a child with Nina. Now that she's pregnant, I'm not so sure that it's not yours.
The lady says no.
How can you be sure?
Well, this may be hard for you, Mr. Cortland, but we're going to have to take Nina's word for when the baby was conceived.
I'm thinking about the future of my grandchild. It would be a travesty if it were raised by the wrong father.
That is not going to happen.
Well, look at Ross. If he hadn't been ruined by the Chandlers, he might have had a chance.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not going to let that happen again. We have to do something.
No. We don't have to do anything. Nina chose Matt. She's trying to make a go of it, and I'm not going to help you wreck it.
I'm not out to wreck anybody's marriage.
Mr. Cortland, I've known your tricks for a very long time.
I'm very concerned about you.
No, you're not concerned about me. You came here to enlist my aid in a little scheme of yours to break the two of them up. Only it's not going to work.
Are you going to let another man raise your son?
It is not my son. Even if it were, you wouldn't care. Come on, you're not concerned about this. You only want to use this as a wedge. You honestly think I'm going to fall for the same tricks I fell for when Nina and I were married? Mr. Cortland, she wants to be happy. Leave her alone. Give her a shot at it.
Oh, there's no talking to them. They're as bullheaded as ever.
I'm glad you got my point.
You know, if that child is yours, if after all the love that you've shared with Nina, if it's your child, the child that you've always wanted, never could have, well, you're going to regret that you didn't listen to me and do something about it before it was too late.
Man, it was horrible when you left last night. It was like that night when you left for South America and I didn't know if I'd ever see you again. And then for you to say that everything I said was a lie.
Last night wasn't too hot for me either.
If you walked out on me, I couldn't stand it. I just wouldn't make it. I wouldn't.
Hey, come here.
You have put me back together so many times now. And you really are a part of me. I couldn't live without you. I just couldn't.
You've done me in, lady.
Is it that bad?
Dangerous as hell.
Can't be.
I was invulnerable.
And now, are you sorry?
I will never, ever be sorry.
What is it?
It's the check for my half of Cobbler's Island.
You're kidding.
Isn't it wonderful?
Why didn't you run to the bank with it?
I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you that it's all over, finally, right here in my hand.
Yes. No more nightmares. No more dreams. It's gone.
Absolutely. And we have our whole lives to spend this, Jeremy. We can travel all over the world, see everything, do anything together. It's like a dream.
Yeah.
And nothing can stop us, right? Nothing. We have our whole lives. Just you and me traveling all over the world. Oh, Jeremy, we'll be so happy. We'll be so happy together.
Mrs. Gray? I'm sorry I'm late. I couldn't find the number on the house. Mrs. Gray? Mrs. Gray?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that in so long.
Oh, come on. You can remember.
All right, I'll give it a try. Let's see. Now, the first lady was a German lady. What was her name? She was about as big as my thumb. Mrs. Tepfenhart. That's what it was. Mrs. Tepfenhart.
Sounds like a pastry.
She was about as sweet as a pastry, too. Real softy. Let us get away with almost anything. Well, it was great while it lasting.
Well, a woman like that sounds like you'd never get rid of her.
But we did. And let's see, next was Miss Pearl. Miss Pearl was gorgeous. She had the most beautiful skin you have ever laid eyes on. She was my first real crush. And then following her was Miss Chambers. She was a real Lulu.
Well, so now what was it? Were you and Travis so bad? I mean, this is nanny number 5.
No, it wasn't that so much. His father just didn't like them. He'd hire them, they'd work for a while, and then he'd decide that he just didn't like them. He'd let them go. It was like that until we went away to school. Hire them, fire them, hire them, fire them.
Well, this has been absolutely no help at all. Of course, I always could take care of Bianca myself.
Well, sure, mothers from time to time have been known to do that. No, it works out fine.
How's Natalie?
Well, Natalie's fine.
And you and Natalie Hunter?
Just business.
Really?
Erica, Natalie's private life is private. How's your private life?
Couldn't be better.
See Travis much?
Oh, we're both very busy, but when we see each other, there's nobody else on earth. Maybe it's Jeremy.
Maybe what's Jeremy?
The reason you can't get together with Natalie, because she's still hung up on Jeremy.
You know, I have this sneaking suspicion that you didn't ask me to come over here to reminisce about my favorite nanny. What exactly are you cooking up, Erica?
Excuse me. Don't try to escape.
Oh.
Thank you. Something is not right.
Has she ever had one of these house calls before?
No.
You know, I'm sure she's going to walk through that door any minute now.
I'm sure she is. I think you're just overreacting a little bit.
Cindy should have been here by now.
Well,
Ethel didn't know what I was talking about. She didn't refer Mrs. Gray to Cindy. She doesn't even know the lady.
well, does anybody there know her?
No, I had Ethel go over the whole client list, and there is no Mrs. Gray.
That is very odd.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm kind of getting worried.
Well, maybe we should do something.
I'm calling Jessie.
Mrs. Gray, if you need me to come back to your bedroom or... Well, you're just gonna have to let me know where you are. I know you may not be able to get around too well, so... Mrs. Gray? Hello?
Sunday.